ও পানি আনছে। With over 6 years of part-time experience in video editing and content creation, I bring a proven ability to transform raw footage into engaging visual stories that educate and inspire. I have produced 200 plus videos across education, news, and entertainment, many of which reach thousands of viewers. My proficiency in Premiere and CapCut, combined with growing skills in motion graphics and branding, allows me to craft content that boosts retention and audience growth. I have successfully monetized. কি
কি
কি বলো না,
কি করি কাকা
কাম করলে ঘর আসবো।
কি কাম করবো এইবিলাক এইবিলাক তো মই কৰিব নোৱাৰো
বহিছে কোন
হৈছে খালি তাতে নেকি ওটা বন্ধ করে দিন কোথায় স্যার হয়েছে
With over 6 years of experience in video editing and content creation, I have produced more than 200 engaging videos across education, news, and infotainment. I'm skilled in Premiere Pro, CapCut, SEO, and branding, able to turn raw footage into compelling stories. I have grown and monetized channels, designed viral campaigns, and brought strong communication discipline and creative strategy to every project. जीने के लिए सोचा ही नहीं, दर्द संभालने होंगे। अधूरी रही मुकम्मल करूँगी वादा रहा.
You're about to be known worldwide, and this video found you for a reason. You're here to help a big collective of souls. And if that makes you feel excited, butterflies, chills, or just resonates, then this is your confirmation. This is your sign to keep watching. If you don't step into this role, you will stay invisible, suppress your gifts, and miss out of the abundance that is your birthright. So if you're ready for a life of freedom, impact, abundance, and purpose, let's get into it. I'm a purpose coach and I've guided thousands of people towards a life of freedom and purpose. But I used to doubt myself so much. I thought I wasn't good enough, so I waited so long to get started with my dream of being an online business owner and sharing my passion, my wisdom with the world. I just thought the market is so saturated already, who would listen to me? But eventually I stopped hiding and I started posting content consistently.
तुम्हार हाथे मोर बहुजुआरे नसून इंहारो samur बहुजुआरे नसून.
This is a stack of items in Bedrock, and this is what it looks like in Java. And here are 150 differences between Minecraft Java and Bedrock Edition. In Bedrock Edition only, you're able to ring a bell by dropping an item onto it. Skeletons are supposed to shoot you, but in Bedrock, if they're underwater, they'll melee attack you for some reason. Who coded this? This is a shulker chest. It's made in 100% survival in the Bedrock Edition. To create it, simply push a shulker in.
Alright, first off, let's be real here. I'm not your average poker vlogger. I'm not some 22-year-old kid chasing bracelets or splashing around on Hustler Casino with 6 figures in front of me. I'm a full-time dad with 3 kids, a dog, and a wife. I drive a minivan for crying out loud. Finding time to play a few sessions a month is already tough. Forget chasing some fantasy of grinding cards full-time. Honestly, it's a grind just trying to find time to grind.
Help me! Help me!
But here's the thing. I wasn't always the minivan guy. I was sneaking into casinos at 16 and tearing up the film.
McLovin? McLovin?
I lived on Full Tilt Poker Stars before Black Friday pulled the plug on every poker dreamer in America. Now my kids hear Black Friday and they think it's about cheap TVs at Walmart. But meanwhile, that was the day half my bankroll disappeared into the internet void.
Gotcha, bitch!
I've made some serious money playing cards. But life, it had other plans. Now here I am, almost 39, a little old.
I've been trying to win the World Series of Poker for the last 2 years. Like a man hitting on a woman at the bar, I have been unsuccessful. I see all these pretty girls. I'm like 4 tequila sodas deep, false confidence, thinking I have a shot. I hit on them, aka buy into these events, strike out, whiff, over. I've literally won fucking nothing. Does that mean I'm gonna stop? No. What are you gonna do? File a harassment charge? Actually, in that metaphorical example, you probably should stop. I'm not going to. The World Series of Poker is hosting a circuit in Cyprus, which is a small island in Europe, which is a great excuse for me to fly across the world and try to win my first ring. I need to get on a flight. This is going to be expensive. I got in last night at 3 a.m. The biggest challenge today is going to be staying awake at the table. All right, I'm gonna hop in this first tournament. Starting stack is 30,000 chips, and we get right into the action. I win a few small hands and chip up to 46,000, which is great, but then I pick up Queen Jack offsuit and hijack. I open a 4,000, the button calls, everyone else folds. So we go heads up to a flop of King 8 King. I check, and the button bets 3,000. It's a very small bet. I think he's going to have a lot of stabs here with air. Now, I obviously have Queen High, so can't really do much. Except I can. I decide to raise to 7,000. Weird spot. What are you going to do with all of your junk? But he just shrugs and folds. So we take down a nice sizable pot and chip up to around 60,000. Then I pick up Jack 9 of diamonds, the big blind. The button opens and I make the call. The flop is 10-6-5 rainbow. Actually goes check, check. The turn card is a 7. I decide to check once more, but now the button fires for 6,000. Considering I'm going to have so many strong hands here, I decide to turn my hand into a bluff. I raise to 18,000. Trying to get folds from overcards, start to put pressure on single pair holdings. The button unfortunately makes the call, which is not great for me, as I'm sitting here with Jack High in a dream. Gonna unload the clip on the river until we big the nuts. Hello, that is a welcome sight. I go from bluffing to value jamming. I'm all in. If he calls, we are going to have over 100,000 chips very early on in the day. Button seems uncomfortable. He grabs his shoulders. He's like, I don't know. It's kind of giving the energy of a person who's looking to buy a house, but they don't really love the kitchen, but their wife does. So he's trying to think of an excuse for not to buy it. He folds. Finds the excuse, and we find a massive pickup, shipping upwards to 100,000. Just played 2 sick hands. Boys gotta get lucky sometimes, right? My God, man. 2 hands later, early position raises to 6,000, and I look down at Ace-10 offsuit in the small blind. There's 13,000 chips in the middle, and I think we could put a lot of pressure on a lot of his holdings. I decide to go all in, hoping to take it down now, but that doesn't happen. He snap calls, and he has kings. We are in shambles. But we flop an ace. I'm not celebrating yet. We gotta dodge the deck, and we do. We get a massive double bubble, baby. Come on. I'm too embarrassed to sell it, but we're up to 180,000. We got chips, mama. First tournament of the whole series. We look down at Ace-5 of spades, 4 people off the money. I raise to 8,000. Then this guy puts in a re-raise to 30.
Hey, my name's Kevin. From 2007 to 2014, I played online poker tournaments professionally. In 2008, I was 5th on the PokerStars yearly tournament leaderboard. I also won a few weekly tournament leaderboards, which allowed me to play a PokerStars Pro for some free cash. On April 15th, 2011, my life changed dramatically. The United States government effectively shut down online poker in the US. Cash outs were suspended, and everybody was left in limbo, wondering what was going to happen next. About 90% of the money I had to my name was seized. I remember logging into PokerStars that first time, seeing that DOJ notice and thinking, this can't be real. But as the days went on, I realized that this is not going to blow over. Thankfully, the money in PokerStars would make it back to me in about 2 weeks, but the money in Full Tilt, that took another 4.5 years. Over the next couple of years, I moved back in with my parents, and I ate through my savings. Not the best life decision I've ever made. Eventually, I had to get a job, so what better thing to do than deal some poker? At the time, the only thing that was legal in New Hampshire was 2-4 limit poker, which that game is a drag. I made it maybe 9 months before I said, this ain't for me. I packed my bags and moved out of the country so I could play online poker again. That was one of the best decisions I made. I met a lot of great people, learned a ton, and I gained this new sense of independence and freedom. I also met a girl. She slowly started to gain importance in my life, and eventually she overtook poker as my main priority. So I moved back home to be with her. That girl is now my wife, and we have 2 beautiful kids together. But for the last 10 years, poker's been on hold, and I'm really looking to get back into it. So here's the deal. To be properly bankrolled for live tournaments, you need at least 100K minimum. I got 3. So here's the plan. We're going to turn that 3 into 25. I'm not going to complicate it today. I'm just going to play some pretty standard poker, and hopefully we can get some good spots and some interesting pots. So let's go. I'm waiting for 1-3 and lose $100 at PLO. Not a good start. I get to 1-3, and in typical Chasers fashion, it's playing way higher than that. The double straddle's on. I'm very
This is the new Sashimi Meowzino, and this is the new Submarino Photogino, and these are 3 more of the rarest new brain rots in the new card update. But instead of waiting for them to spawn, we're just gonna buy them off eBay. But here's where you come in. After I buy each brain rot, I'm only allowed to keep it if I pass these challenges, and if I fail, I'm giving them to you. I'll tell you how to enter the giveaway at the end of the video. Now let's see which brain rot we can first buy. Ooh, the King Limon! Let's type it in and bang. Ooh, okay. You got a lot of choices? A Titanic.
Today we're gonna try and go from $0 all the way up to $1 trillion using only green brain rots. So yeah, you see this Bandito Bobrito? I can't get him. He has no green on his body whatsoever, but hey, he is drippy. Check him out, check him out. But this Avocadini, I can get him because he's literally green everywhere. Look at him. He even has green eyes. So guys, once I collect my first green brain rot, the challenge will start. So here we go. We're gonna collect this brain rot right here. 3, 2, 1, and boom! Okay, never mind. I can't afford that. Oh wait, Nubini has green. Wait, guys, look, green pants. The pants are green. I can collect that. All right, so let's try that again. Challenge will start in 3, 2, 1. Boom! There we go. The challenge has officially.
Bilal, kamu tahu dulu.
Once you get the hang of it, I promise it's easy. Definitely looks a lot more complicated than it is, so I want to walk you guys through it. First, I always do dry.
Hey!
Alright, you know what? Let's cut the crap and get straight into it because I know exactly what you're thinking. What?
Social media is changing fast, and what worked just a few years ago doesn't work anymore. Right now, we're seeing the biggest shift in social media since the rise of short-form video, where users, not algorithms, are taking control. I'm Neil Patel, founder of NP Digital, one of the largest marketing agencies in the world. In this video, I'll break down 7 social media trends that are reshaping 2026. Let's get into it. Trend number 1, on-platform conversion will explode. For years, your social media goal was simple.
Kalah tidak aku mau kami tele. Ejecta. Terus এটা
আরেকটা আছে যাও
udah nggak sah.
ভালো না ভালো না কোথাও
Udah, dingin kok deh.
Cheers.
আমারটা দিয়ে বাবুটা দিয়ে কমিটা বাস করে তুমি আরেকটা গো
চলে
হ্যাঁ
বসি
খালি পড়ছি
ঝাড়ু দিয়েছে তো লাভ যায়
খালি বলে বিছনা যাবে তো সাথে
চাপ দিলি দুলাম যা রাগ ওঠে
কেউ কত দুলা উঠতে আসছে Để ông nghe mà còn cái này chứ cái này con cái này nghe cái được biết
Bluetooth
সাতটার দাম বেড়ে গেছে গা
কোনটা না
কাকে কোন যেটা যেটা
মূর্তি কোন দাম ইস্তলে
ভাত খান নাকি ভাত খান নাকি
ওকে ভাত খান জানো
Ang bawa minsan.
Aku
কি যে চালায়
কিনতে যে এত গামছা
স্কুলে দেবে তারপরে যে পরীক্ষা তোমার অনুসারে আসেন না তোমার
না আমি এখন তুই একটা স্যান্ডেল না এগুলো ওটা আটকে না আমি বেশি হয়েছে না
পরে বিয়ে বিয়ে নম্বর
আমি কইছি যে খালি এদের কথা কি কথা বলছি যদি তাই বলে বাচ্চাছে তোমার বাইকের উপর
কি বলছো
আনছে বলে
আপনার কথা বলছো
তাই কি সবই জানি দেখে নেবো না জীবনে তো নেবো না দুটো আছে খাইও খাইও যা দাম দাম
Here at Growtopia, we created a system that takes just 2 to 4 hours of your time each month and turns it into 6,000 pieces of content. Content that brings millions of views and thousands of leads for our clients. Now, the system is really simple. First, we begin with research. We get to know you and your business inside and out. We research everything to do with your specialty and your target audience, and then we jump into our onboarding call. Next comes the script writing phase, which is super fun for us. We craft the most compelling hooks and structures that really are going to resonate with your ideal clients, which leads us to the recording session. Just 2 to 4 hours of recording gives us enough material to create 6,000 pieces of content per month. But here's where the real magic happens. Our distribution system. Now, while other agencies just post to your main account, we actually open hundreds of fan accounts that are dedicated to your content. This allows us to go viral over and over with the same content, making you omnipresent across social media, just like Andrew Tate and Iman Gadzhi did. And just like that, within the first week, we have set up a system that delivers up to 6,000 posts every single month, reaching hundreds of millions of views, and also generating a consistent flow of high-quality leads for your business. So, if you want to see if you're a good fit to work with us, just click below right now and learn more. These brothers make $30 million a year from their fashion brand Icon. Or at least that's what they want you to believe. Now, these
Intermittent fasting isn't making everyone lean. Some are actually getting fatter. Intermittent fasting changes blood sugar, hormones, stress levels, but it doesn't work the same for everybody. Some genetic variants work very well with intermittent fasting, but if you test negative for some, backfire instead. People with natural good insulin balancing usually feel pretty good on it, but that's not most of my clients who came to me. If your genetics or your hormones swing harder after intermittent fasting, it may not be best for you. You'll end up craving more, binge eating, and storing more fat later on. So it's the same method, but completely opposite results based off of genetics and some external factors. I've heard this statement 100 times with their clients who've lost 30 pounds intermittent fasting and gained 40 back. So at the end of the day, remember, intermittent fasting is just a tool, not a hard and fast rule. Your DNA will determine much more than you think. So come into intermittent fasting if you want to know more insights.
মানুষটা কিপটা না তুমিও না হ্যাঁ এটা না এত টাইট হয়ে গিয়ে
The supplement industry is lying about fat burners, but here's what actually works. Fat burners like these may work for about 30% of people, but they're sold to everyone. Most fat burners are just stimulants that are going to boost your metabolism rate by maybe 50 to
ল্যাপটপের কথা মনে হয় আপনার কেউ না স্যার
তুমি কবা দিন না
ওটা নিলে বলে আমার দিব
তাই আছে এই জন্য
সার্ভিস
কবা ল্যাপটপ দাম দেবো না
আমাকে ফোন করা দিব আর যাব
কবা ল্যাপটপ কাম আছে কবা দাম কিনে দেবো
Sí, Marcel.
ঠিক আছে আমি থাকলে আর দিতাম
তুমি জব বিস্তার নিয়ে লিখছ
আমি ল্যাপটপে
ওটা বন্ধ করে দিন সুইচ অফ করে দিন
হুম